Hello and welcome back to the Berocraft server. This is episode 8 and today we're gonna be doing a lot of planning. So this episode is gonna be full of jump cuts, so please bear with me. The first thing I wanna plan out is the remaining routes and where they are going to be going. So we have one here. There's gonna be the second one over here, this direction, the third one roughly around here, and how many? We have 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly in that direction, in the direction of the huge overgrown trees here, and the fifth one somewhere towards the swamp. So let's get cracking with it. But first, some tree farming. This still involves some manual labor on gathering the wood, but at least it's growing faster. We don't have to wait half an hour for the trees to grow. Also, we can chop these trees now because we need an opening. Just realized that this route is gonna go directly over our starting house. Well, dirt hut, if you may say it. Well, we knew from the beginning that was a temporary thing, but we'll see how much of it I got to keep when I'm done. Are you kidding me? This is the block that's supposed to be not here, and this one is supposed to be here, but this block is right on top of our glass of the fish farm to the direct skylight access. Oh, I guess I'll have to move the fish farm at some point, or just get rid of this block for the time being and add it last. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This might look a little bit weird for now, but I really wanna make the outlines of the complete tree. Oh, what a beautiful sunset. Oh well, back to placing blocks. This is our route number 3, all laid out here. The fourth one is also down, and we've left with only the last one, the fifth. I must say I'm getting really good at this. I'm placing the blocks quite fast now. It is still the best feeling when all of this matches up. So this was the fifth one and the final one. Just quickly gonna place some torches so we don't get any spawning fest here. This is all about it. I still have to cut this piece here. I'm gonna get back. I must admit, this place started looking a bit naked now that I've cut the trees around, which were supposed to be roots. So we have one piece of wooden wall here, one over there, and of course little bits over there, and a little bit there. Yeah, but then again, we're gonna be having all of these big arches and roots all around this place. So I believe it's gonna be looking grand when we actually gonna start completing these levels. The next thing I wanna plan out is actually some levels on this tree, on this line. At the moment I'm thinking about most definitely a storage level, and then possibly below the storage level, maybe here or somewhere around here, I want to have a villager level. So since we have the iron farm with a lot of villagers, they kind of breeding in there, it's a good idea to actually use it as a villager breeder and then store some villagers on their own separate level so we can trade with them. And just below the storage level, I want to build the villager hole. However, with a storage, stone brick as a separator block would work, but for the villagers I wanna start doing it from the right material right away, because as we all know, if you remove a block from underneath the villager is gonna drop down, possibly, most probably, to their death. So here we can replace the blocks later if you feel like, but these we have to place the correct ones from the start. And you might be surprised or not surprised to learn that I'm gonna be using sandstone for this level. I know, it's a tree, we must use wood, but I wanna use sandstone for the floor. It actually kinda looks like marble, and it's light color, I like it. Of course, this involves us getting our shovel and heading off to a random direction to get ourselves a desert to mine. Yeah, I think this desert is quite fine for our needs. I wonder how long it will take to mine all of it, but we don't need all of it, we just need to get to some sandstone, and let's grab some sand as well. The circle is in. Now it's time to fill everything with slabs. Oh, and plant a lot of oak. I've done half of the circle, and now I am faced with a little bit of dilemma. You see these extra blocks here? They show. Now, one of the things is that we're probably gonna replace it with sandstone, all of this here. But then I came up with a small alteration here of actually placing a bit of grass rim around the circle. I kind of wanted to experiment with this idea, but I don't think it works on a large scale. I don't think this is gonna be looking any good in the final product, well, final floor. I might as well just have it completely covered with stone slabs into the wood. I think it would look much better. So yeah, we need to replace these green patches of dirt with the grass, and I'm gonna remove all of this and put the slabs in. The floor is all filled in, and now it's time to think for the ceiling. As I said, this will be our storage level, the small square that's gonna expand. But the thing is, I'm gonna do it out of stone, but I don't want the stone to be seen on this level. I'm thinking about some ceiling, extra layer, and since this is all wooden and stuff, and I kinda want this light, open color, I'm thinking about birchwood. Yeah, birchwood slabs. I think that would be amazing if we put a lot of birchwood slabs and occasionally put some hanging lamps. Not pumpkins, but I think glowstone will be would look very nice with this. For a split second I thought we lost everything there because I can't see anything, but then I realized it's just the cloud, and that's the effect it gives in the night. That's really scared me right there. Added a small sample here, and I'm happy with how this is turning out, with the floor being sandstone and the ceiling being birchwood. Those colors really match, and when we fill the whole thing here, the whole platform, it's gonna take a nice look. Of course, at some point we're gonna be removing this ugly pillar made out of stone bricks, and we'll go with something nicer that will match with the theme of the tree. I've added the whole ceiling in out of birchwood slabs, and I think it kinda matches with the whole level. I might think about actually maybe possibly altering the walls here, possibly adding some other lighter material than the oak wood, but for now it's all gonna be oak wood. And if you noticed these strange lines on the ceiling, this is because I've been placing the stone bricks to kind of map the area. As you can see, I already made the rim around the whole other layer here for planting the next trees, so the wall's gonna continue up, but for now I didn't fill this space with stone brick blocks. I believe that when I completely fill it in, the strange shadow effect will disappear. I was thinking over and over if I want to fill this space with farms or something else, and I came to a conclusion that I want to fill it with something else, something much nicer looking things, but definitely not farms. However, on this layer, where we have the iron farm, I was actually thinking of what I want to fill this empty space with. The level down below is actually, we decided that's going to be a service, let's say service level with all other stuff. But on this level with the iron farm, I'm actually kind of want to make this feel used with other farms. So I was thinking like sugarcane farm on one strip, then here something like pumpkin farm, on this next one something like melon farm, yeah, sugarcane, pumpkin, melon, and the last but not least, actually, yeah, this is my AFK spot. I just get in and block myself with some blocks when I stay AFK, so my iron gets replenished. So yeah, on this side I was actually thinking about cactus farm. Now, why cactus farm? Cactus farm because I want the green dye in order to make some decorations in the inside and outside the tree. I mean, the dirt block with grass on top of it, it's rather okay, I guess, but underneath it always looks bad. So what I was thinking actually is something like a proper block, not necessarily dirt, like stone brick, and then green carpet on top of it. So that's, we're gonna need kind of a lot of green dye, and that's where the cactus farm is gonna be very handy. Also, I kinda not really thrilled with the just transparent glass. I would much prefer if this glass was also green, but maybe not green with the cactus green, but the lime green. The lime green, if I'm not mistaken, we're getting from mixing the cactus dye, cactus green, with bone meal dye, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a green and white, and we're getting a lime one. We are pretty much covered with bone meal, with Dwarfus and Ruler, and even Rocky now having skeleton farms because they found the spawners. So we're pretty much set with bone meal for both mixing with the dyes and our tree farm downstairs. But what we need now is the cactus dye, and for that is the farm. If you are wondering why I need sugarcane farm and pumpkin farm and also melon farm, that's because I'm planning to be trading with the villagers, for primarily with paper, with the librarians, and pumpkins not so much, but with the melons I'm planning to trade a lot. The pumpkins, I kind of want to take a lot of pumpkins for making them jack-o'-lanterns and placing them in the floors or in the walls. So it's kind of it's considered a normal block that doesn't, it's not a transparent block, but it also emits light. So we're gonna be adding a lot of lighting inside our trees, and especially inside the roots that we're gonna be building. If you remember, the roots are very, very dark at the moment, and I believe that adding the pumpkins, which are kind of orange and emit light, would be the best solution for us. Also, I believe if I can make a couple of them hidden, as in placing them in the floor and covering with, let's say, carpet, I believe they're still gonna emit light, but they're gonna be kind of hidden. So that's an advantage for us. So some lighting will be actually hidden, but will still emit light to prevent the mobs from spawning. Now on the service level, I'm considering placing a lot of, let's say, technical, not visual, but technical and practical stuff. For starters, what I was thinking was actually, since I am planning on expanding the iron farm into a villager breeder, I'm gonna be having the need of transporting the villagers from the farm. So I was thinking like tunnels from 3 or 4 sides, all going to one direction, possibly this one, and the tunnel going down there to the villager trading hall, and then we can sort the villagers from the container, let's say container from there, so we can sort if they are, like, let's say, librarians or blacksmiths or toolsmiths, so we can sort them into different places inside the villager trading hall. And then the other is the everything that's gonna be produced by our farms, which I described previously on the same level, and the iron farm, are actually gonna be going straight into the storage area. So everything's gonna be nice and tight, connected to the storage area, which is gonna be down here on this level. So I'm planning on having planning like one side of this is gonna be all the farmable items that are constantly being produced, like iron, sugarcane, pumpkins, melons, and cactus, at least for now. That's gonna be all collecting into the same, not the same chests, but the same area with the chests. And then on the other side, I was planning on having an expandable storage area where I'm gonna be storing all the items of, well, different items that require manual gathering, let's say even dirt or stone bricks or whatnot. So those gonna be somewhere around here. Then, as I said, with the villager level, one of the sites is gonna be, let's say, somewhere around here is gonna be a place where all the villagers, new villagers will be dropping in here, and after that we're gonna be sorting them out into their corresponding area. Oh, there's a block there. Must have been misplaced, or I just noticed it. Oh well. Yeah, excuse me for the lots of torches kind of thing. As you can see, it's on this floor and also on the floor above it. Hello, cloud. Yeah, this is all so we don't get constant mob spawning in the villager level. Since I've closed it up completely, there is no light coming in from anywhere, not even in the sides, because we have all the trees grown already. So these torches are gonna be going away sometime soon, when I'm gonna start making villagers trading booths all around here. And I was planning on using a lot of glowstone on the ceiling, so there's gonna be some light coming down from the ceiling, and also there is gonna be light possibly on the floor or on the, well, near the villagers, so nothing can spawn in here. I kind of wanna maybe go ham with lighting on this level, but I'm pretty sure it's just justified because of the amount of villagers we're gonna be having. We don't want any zombie infestation happening, because all the sorted villagers will get infected, and we don't want that. On this level, I'm not really sure what I want to do, since we kinda, well, we do have the tree farm below us, and I made this weird kind of way of getting around to the ladder. I'm actually thinking this is gonna be the next level, if it lines up with the tops of the arcs of the roots. I think it might be 1 or 2 blocks higher, or possibly on the same level. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do on these levels. As you can see, this is actually a tall one. I might actually separate it in half, but then there are gonna be kinda just 5 blocks levels. Maybe it would be a good opportunity to make ourselves a proper living quarters. Like, yeah, I mean, the blacksmith house is nice and things, and our dirt hut down there is also served us quite well so far. I also have one bed here, but it would be nice to have like a proper living quarters that would be nice to look at. But the other thing I'm considering is that the sandstone level is going to be full of villagers, and they're going to be doing the constant sounds. So I'm not exactly sure. Maybe one level lower here is going to be the living quarters, and then something on the other one. And we also need to kind of decide what I'm gonna be doing inside this space. This space is gonna be roots coming in, so, and this floor kind of going inside as well, so it's gonna make like an arc from underneath, but on top here it's gonna be let's say kind of triangle shaped floor, then the finishing touches of the root, then again it's gonna have triangular flat surface, and then the root right here, then another and another, and so on and so on. Yeah, it all comes back to the thing that I cannot decide what I want to do in these huge spaces yet. I might actually just consider leaving this, make the triangles, the closing triangles, and then make the roots kind of look nice, and then kind of make some kind of pseudo ceiling, with kind of imagining the inside of the uncut tree, maybe with some leaves. I'm actually gonna leave all these overgrown trees in here with the leaves. I mean, the wood itself kind of looks naked, I guess, but then again, if we have some decor with leafage like that overgrown tree over there, which overgrown 3 times its normal height that I was anticipating, yeah, it actually might be worth just leaving this huge semi-dome inside here, open space, so you kind of come in from the roots and there's gonna be a big space here with the tree farm inside. It might actually be looking much nicer if it's just this, but then again we have to decide on the ceiling here and what we're gonna do with this empty space. And finally, the top of the tree. Yeah, the view from up here is really nice. Now what I want to do with the top of the tree is actually considering well, the walls are gonna be still a bit higher, but then I'm considering of making huge branches, kind of like our roots, outside, and those gonna have some space, more space. So expand the tree on top into branches, proper big branches, decorated with a lot of leaves and lighting, and make it look nice and big and pretty from the outside world, from down there, let's say. So it's gonna look massive and grand, and kind of give it a tree top. So the area between the ends of the branches, the main branches on top of here, gonna be covered with a dome of leaves, not necessarily in the middle though, because from the bottom it won't be noticeable what's actually happening in the middle. So in the middle I'm either considering an open space or maybe even a glass dome or something in those lines. And of course on those branches we're gonna be doing a lot of interesting stuff. This is close, and still this is gonna be full of farms. I'm considering of making more farms on top of the tree. Of course, what those farms will be, I'm not sure right now. Time will tell, but still, I think this is quite a lot of plans for a few next episodes. We decided on the villager floor, so we have to make a villager breeder out of this iron farm. Then we decided where our storage will be, and we decided we're gonna be placing automatic farms on these 4 sides. So that's plenty of things to do, but unfortunately I ran out of time for today's episode. I hope you liked it. I hope I didn't bore you to death with my planning and discussions of what I'm gonna be doing in here. If you like this episode, hit that like button, and if you really liked it, subscribe to see more of my progress in the future. Thanks for watching. This has been Rossos, and bye bye.